And we are live. What's good? What's good? What's good? Retro Talk Forum back, Volume 3. Volume 3. How y'all fellas doing?
Good, brother.
Good,
Good.
good.
Got some special guests in the house for this main topic we got to talk about today. But first, let's get some things out the way. It's your boy Black Ass African, Retro Talk Forum. Here with my guy, Mr. Hop Dog 18.
What's happening?
You can check us out each and every Thursday. We going Thursdays, right?
Man, just whenever we hit the live button, pretty much.
Just hit the red and keep going, huh? All right. But we're gonna be here every week, man, just giving our take on 80s and 90s nostalgia, man. But you can catch me on IG, black_AZZ_African, also on YouTube, same tag handle. Let them know your stuff.
Hop Dog 18. B.A.A in the chat, bro. He said he ain't got a link. I don't know if you've seen it. But Hop Dog 18, you can find me on IG. Also ride with my boy Black on his channel, Retro Talk Forum. We will be here, like I said, pretty much when we hit the live button. We'll try to let you guys know. Be talking about retro stuff. And tonight is an intervention. I need some help. Hey, they say the first, what is it? I know I have a problem. I'm just gonna say
the first sign of knowing is admitting it.
Admitting you have a problem.
I admit it.
You want to go next, Marcus?
Yeah, go ahead, Marcus.
What's good, man? One half of the soulmates, Marcus. My wife and I can catch us on YouTube, Instagram mostly, at the_soulmates. We try to post videos when we can now. You know, a lot of stuff going on, so we can try to get it up when we can.
Yep. That's what's up.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Cadillac Jackson, 1/3 of Talking Kicks, part of the Talking Kicks podcast here on YouTube. You can find us at Talking Kicks Space Podcast and on our IG at Talking Kicks, and you can find me at Cadillac_Jackson and my YouTube page at Cadillac Jackson.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So me and Hop was talking to, I think this is what day before yesterday, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we was talking about when is enough. And when we saying that, it's like is buying sneakers almost like a drug? Because you saw the post that Hop Dog put up today with Tyrone Biggums, ashy lips and all. And it's just when is enough to you guys? So I'm gonna let Hop explain the situation at hand.
Well, last year I guess was grill season. Shout out to Talking Kicks. You know, I remember, I think it was OG had put it to me like this. He was like, we was talking about, there was a certain grill that I wanted. He was like, you know, is it really your grill? Because if it's your grill, you can get it, but you just have to chill out on buying other stuff. And, you know, I thought about it and I was like, well, this other stuff that I'm buying really isn't, I don't have to have it. So I stacked up a few things and I ended up getting my grill. And seeing you guys picking up y'all's grails, you know, it was a point in time where I was like done with shoes. I was saying to myself, man, I've kind of lost it. Shout out to everybody in the chat, Archez, Flashy Flash, Smokey Bear. Appreciate y'all coming through. It was
yes, sir.
It was a point in time where I was like, the thrill is gone. And like for real, it was like bots were taking over. It was hard to get what you wanted. You know, I'm a collector. You know, I want I want what I want. And started kicking it with my boy Black, and then kicking it with the Talking Kicks crew, man. And I'll be honest with you, you guys kind of brought that passion back. And I think I'm
Keyword passion.
Passion, yeah.
Mhm.
And now I think I'm
keyword passion.
I think I'm too passionate, because I was saying, you know, when I got this Grail, or when I got, it was two shoes that I really, really wanted, and I ended up getting them. And now it's like, if I see a shoe, like, I'll be honest with you, it's been some stuff that I've seen that kind of inspired me to go back and get some stuff, you know, hanging with Caddy and Black, talking to them. I might catch a link and I'm like, dang, do I really want this shoe? And then next thing I know, I'm hitting the PayPal button. You know
hey, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
She'll be calling me.
You know. and lately I've been going back buying stuff from my younger days. Stuff that I've been catching on good deals, Deacon discount, shout out to Beard. You know, stuff that I've been catching on a discount. And it's like, they're clean shoes. It's shoes that I wanted, but it's like, okay, sometimes I feel like I'm just kind of like going overboard. And honestly, for me, I don't have a certain number that I get up to. I'm just buying shoes because I like them and because I want them. So, you know, me and Black was talking. We was like, when is it enough? When do you reach your pinnacle? And when do you feel like you have to stop? Because I thought maybe that I was gonna stop, but then I saw those retro 5s coming out next year, and I was like,
I got to have those.
Marcus, I said, Lord have mercy. Have mercy, Lord.
All right, so we're gonna make this into a real intervention. Hi, my name is Cadillac. I've been collecting sneakers since I was about 6-7 years old. I do admit I have a problem, mainly because when it comes to sneakers, there's a different type of passion than anything else. You know, there's a connection with sneakers because sneakers remind me of my past, remind me of memories, different times in my life. So having certain pairs brings back those memories. And also, it's still, you know, New York sneakers are a part of New York history, part of the culture. So you always want to look fresh. You always want to look fly. You always want to have the dopest thing on your feet. So it becomes a thing where, oh, I need that. I need that. You already got an outfit planned out before you even got the shoe in hand. And
right.
It's like, if you ever miss a shoe and you'll try to find a replacement shoe, you know, and it's not the same.
It's a true flight.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'll never forget that. I had it was a charcoal gray and Volt True Flight. I'll never forget this because I couldn't get the Jordan 7. And I put on the True Flights and everybody was like, "Oh, I've never seen those Jordan 7s before." And in my heart, I was hurt. Because I knew what it was.
What are those?
Exactly. And I had to retire them. I had to, I'm sorry.
When they come out with that colorway?
Yeah, it was just like, yo, I've never seen those Jordan 7s before. And it was just like,
for real.
Like,
what you be saying?
Exactly. You wouldn't need it. It was bad. But it's a different type of feeling when you, especially when it comes to grails, you can get the grail that you want. Like when we did grail season, and big shout out to Beard, because Beard was the one who first locked in on it, who was like, yo, it's grail season. Let's get these grails. And, you know, we were both pushing about, yo, forget about all the little stuff. Forget about the general releases. Forget about the, you know, exclusive stuff. Get what you really want.
Mm-hmm.
And we pushed and pushed, and there was stuff that was like top of the food chain where we was like, bro, this shit is a lot of money. There's a lot of money, bro.
Like,
I don't know about this.
y'all sure these ain't coming back out?
Exactly. Like, it's like if these re-release, like I'll tell you a dead straight honest story. At one point, IBA, what's good, bro?
What's going
What's
on,
going
bro?
on?
Good.
At
Alright.
one point, I wanted the LeBron 3 Oilers.
Mm.
And there's a store here in Flushing that had them, the sample pair, and they wanted $1,000. And I sat there and I contemplated, and I had got my little tax return, and I had my little money in my hand. It was burning a hole in my pocket, and I was getting ready to shoot the club up. I was getting ready to be like, boom, there you go, give me shoes. And Beard was like, hold on, big fella. Don't do that. He's like, you might wait on that. Wait on that. That ain't, he's like, I know that's a grail for you, but wait on it. But I would have pulled the trigger and then turned around, and the Oilers came back out, and I got it for retail. And then I sat there and I held that shoe in hand and looked at it and was just like, dog, I almost spent a whole rack
Man,
for this, and would have turned around and saw it for 170 or 185, I'd have been sick.
But was it wearable though?
It was wearable. It was wearable. It was
But you were
intact.
taking a chance?
I would have been taking a chance.
Yeah.
I would have been taking a huge chance because you're talking about the shoes from what? 05?
Right.
So how long after you almost paid that money did the Oilers come back out?
I waited almost a year because every time I went to that store, I would look at them. And the guy got tired of me. He's like, bro, you gonna buy them?
Keep throwing rocks at him.
Like, could you take him out the glass, please?
Hey, I bet you when you walked in, they were like, "Oh, here you go again." Oh, here you go.
But you know me, I was always in there because they had some deals, and I'd be like, "Yeah, let me see these. Let me see these." Before I leave, though, can I see the Oilers? Thank you. And it was just like, yo, like we would get locked into the Grails. And because we got locked into getting Grails, it was just like, it was nonstop. It was nonstop. And it's like every Grail we wanted, we were just like, yo, forget about the small stuff. I'm getting this Grail. But sometimes we had to be like, whoa. Chill. And that's what I realized, like, yo, there might be a little problem here and there, because there was sometimes it'd be like let's be real, we never missed no bill. We never missed no bill. It was never like rent or these exclusive Dornbeckers. Like, it was never nothing like that. It was never like car note or J's. But you had to catch yourself. You had to pull yourself off the ledge. Like, whoa. Don't jump.
But
I'll be jumping, boy.
still though, when is enough though? Do you have like that threshold where you can just say, you know what? I can't do this no more. And then you turn around and get sucked back in again. Go ahead, Marcus.
I think for me, I think mine it kind of works itself out, because after a certain period of time, when I look at my collect now, Kiana won't get rid of anything. She'll say she's gonna get rid of something, but she don't get rid of nothing like that. But for me, I will look at, sometimes when I'm in the room and I look at my collection, I see some shoes that I have not worn that I really wanted at the time, and then I look at them and be like, I'm not gonna wear those, and just get rid of them. And then I ended up filtering out my collection. It's just like, if I'm not gonna wear it, if I haven't worn it by now, unless it's like an OG shoe or something like that, where I haven't worn it, I just know I'm going to wear that eventually. But if it's like a shoe that I really wanted at the time and I just haven't worn it, it filters itself out. So if I get up to a certain amount, I end up filtering it back down to where it was just because it's like I'm not gonna wear those. It's almost like buyer's remorse kind of thing. Like,
Right.
why did I get that shoe?
Name one of the shoes that you were talking about that you probably bought and you just let it sit and then you look at it, a year or so later.
I know it's going out. Like one thing I did was I started getting rid of my doubles.
Right.
So if I had like the infrared 6s, I got rid of that double when the shoe came back out. I had he got game 13s. I was gonna tell you that caddy too. That was one I should have waited on because I paid like $500 for that shoe. 2013, and it came back out the next summer. And I was like, "Come on, man!" Came right back out, and I just got rid of that shoe. I got rid of the 2013. Like I get rid of the double shoes that I've gotten rid of. That it's like, what do I have it for? I don't get rid of Vans and Chuck Taylor because I actually wear those.
Right.
So I wear all of those shoes, but it'll probably be. I got some now that I'm ready to get rid of, and that's like the All-Star 6s that came out from New Orleans.
Okay, well,
New Orleans.
What made you buy that shoe?
Because I wanted it to go with the ones. I'm keeping the ones.
Gotcha.
The All-Star. It's one of those things where he's like they got a whole kind of pack kind of thing, and you just want to keep the whole set. And I was just like, I'm not gonna wear these 6. I wore them a couple of times. I was like, I like the ones, but
right.
I didn't really care for those myself.
Yeah. Well, I got the it's another shoe I'm on the fence about. I've worn them a couple times, and that was LeBron 14 Black History Month. I wore them a couple of times, but I'm on the fence. Like, do I really need this shoe in the collection? It's dope.
I'll be honest with you. I took a lot of shoes that I felt that I didn't need, that I didn't really want like that, like I wasn't gonna miss, and sold them off to get money for the Grail.
Yeah,
because like I had that LeBron 14 red carpet. I had it. I wore it one time. I hated the way that shoe felt on my foot, and I was like, it's sitting in the crib. What I'm gonna do with it? I was like, it's just sitting here. I had, there was another shoe I had that I was just like, yo, I need to get. I had the Gucci Jordan 1 from like 2000. I think it was like 2009 or
8 or 9.
Yeah, 2008 or 2009. Sitting in the crib, dead stop.
Was that the red one with the green swoosh?
Yeah, it was like it was green. No, it was green and black, and had like hits of red in it.
Okay,
but I had it here, and I was just like, "Yo, what I'm gonna do with this shoe?" And I remember when I used to mess with StockX, I put it up on StockX, and I was like, "Ain't nobody gonna buy this shoe." And I put it up there for like $400. Next thing I know, somebody had bought it, and I was like, "Oh." Okay, it's Grail season. Let's go get another one. So
right.
Well, what you say, Mr. IBA? First of all, let everybody know where they can find you at.
Oh man, yeah, you can find me on YouTube and Instagram. So that's where you can find me at IBA Sneakerhead.
Damn, you often say you're gonna say your name. Just find me on YouTube and Instagram, right, man. You know what I'm saying?
Some people know him by Iba.
Right.
Malik Iba.
I'll be telling you, that's what I'll be saying, Malik Iba, right?
Malik Iba.
No,
but for you, what is it with you? I mean, do you think you need an intervention?
Not necessarily. I mean, to be honest, I feel like I really calmed down a lot because you could say I was the person that copped every release. So since last year, I don't do that anymore. So I just go after what I want. As far as me bringing down my collection, I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't look at a shoe if I don't wear it, like I don't need it. I mean, I guess I'm the type of person that just want to keep it. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Like I said, I like to do battles and stuff like that. So you never know. I could pull something out and use it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Trust me, we know.
Right. So
I'm watching you, Ivy.
I mean, that's why I always tell people. Like, people always ask me, do a collection vid. I don't do collection vids. I don't want everybody to know exactly everything I got in my collection. I mean, I might show stuff here and there, but I'll always, be able to surprise somebody with something that I have. But like I said, I'm not a fan of getting rid of my shoes. I can't say I've gotten rid of anything other than doubles or something I had an extra of. And usually I get, other than that, like, I don't make it a habit of getting rid of anything. So I'm pretty good at sitting down on the shoe.
But I think we need to all come together and just help my boy Hop, because he feels like he's been copping too much lately.
Listen, it happens. It happens.
It happens to the best of us. That's the thing, though.
In this world of sneakers,
if it ain't sneakers, it can be something else.
Look, there's two things you got to realize. Number one, you got to pay to play.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that.
True,
no doubt about that.
That's the first thing.
No doubt about
you got to pay to play. Number two, you get that itch sometimes. You get that itch. You get something, and you be like, "Oh yeah, I got it." And then you see something old school, like me. If I see a pair of Berry Hirachis, them Air Flight Hirachis, I'm through. Forget about everything else on the agenda. I need that pair, and I'll be sitting here.
Ooh, right. I thought you got that pair.
I do, and I still need another. See what I mean?
Another pair.
Hey, I got mine.
We got it at the same time. We got it around the same time.
Yeah, I think you got it a week after me.
Yeah.
For that same reason, it's like I hate going to the mall. Or another thing that I stopped doing. I used to have a habit of just going through every day. I'll go through apps in Foot Locker, East Bay. You know what I mean? Champs, and I'm just scrolling through, just seeing what's available, what's there. Shoe Palace. I stopped doing that because it caused me to impulse buy a lot.
Yeah, that's
what I mean?
Bruh, you said the right thing, because I know with me, I go on eBay a lot. I go on all these secondary sites that sells vintage stuff. Right. And like, I just be, bro, you ought to see my cart on eBay. I got like the max, you know what I mean? I got like
you
the
watching
max
everything.
Stuff. I'm watching everything, bro.
Right.
And it's like
ridiculous.
Man, it's like, bro, you don't have enough. Well, I can't say that for y'all. I know I can speak for myself. I don't have enough money in a day to buy the shit that I want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where do you cut it off at? Where do you say, okay, well, I can do without this. Do I need that? I think I'm gonna cop that. So it's like, where do you go? Where do you cut it off? What is that fine line to be like, okay, enough is enough. Let me slow my ass down. You feel me?
Yeah, for us, it was kind of a line where we had to draw between. For me, it was nostalgia and fashion. Like, I kind of get caught in between both of those just from being with my wife. She's more on the fashion tip, but when I got into sneakers, it was more nostalgia because I grew up with Pro Wings and stuff, Payless shoes, and seeing the other kids. I saw the other kids with the we thought their parents was rich or whatever. They had the Jordans and stuff like that. So now the shoes that I do get that are Jordans, I hardly ever get just any colorway in the Jordans. It's usually the OG stuff that I saw when I was kid. The Grails that I wanted, I got them already. The Air Max Griffey ones. The fresh water, that's what I wanted.
Bro, why'd you even say that?
Well, people were sleeping on those when they was coming out. They came out with all those colorways. And if you go on StockX and stuff like that right now, those prices are ridiculous for those shoes, and they weren't that much. I wanted those because I played baseball. That was my favorite player. And then Grant Hills, of course, 96. So I got those. Like, other than that, like the Jordans, when I was growing up, I played ball. So Jordan was more of, you wanted the Jordans to hoop in. It wasn't more of a fashion thing like it is now.
Right.
So when I saw Jordans back in the day, oh yeah, they're cool because I wanted to hoop in them. But when I wanted to style, it was the Ken Griffey's, it was the Fila 96s and stuff like that. Right. So now I'll get Jordans and, like, unless it's like a crazy colorway, it's going to be an OG Jordan. So that kind of limits me on what I actually get. As far as like the next shoe that comes out, I don't mind passing on something like the What the Fours that's about to come out. Like, I was like, I don't have to have that shoe. Like,
exactly.
It's cool. It's dope, like if I just had money to throw away, sure, I'd go ahead and get them, but I don't have to have those. So like even I ended up passing on the cool grade 4s. I'm probably gonna turn around and get those eventually, just because it's like one of those colorways like you just gotta have, I guess. But I'm cool with passing on certain things. But that's just, other than that, I started looking at, and another thing is, man, Jordans are just, to me, are just kind of expensive. So like I started looking at other things. That's when I get into the fashion lane, where I'm looking at Converse, Chuck Taylors, and Vans and stuff like that. And I'll find rare stuff in those, or Asics and stuff like that. But that's just playing the balance on both of those is how I kind of do it. But I don't have to get everything.
So with everything coming out the rest of this year, what would you say would be the top 2 that you would get? There's a lot of stuff coming out. We're not just talking about Nikes and Jordans.
It depends on. I don't know if those Sean Witherspoon Asics are coming out this year, but I saw. I doubt they come out, but I saw those and I was like, I'll definitely try to get those. But I haven't seen anything besides the Bread 11s, and I just got those already. So, like, other than that, other than
I
that,
haven't even opened mine yet either.
I had in mind what the 4s, but I was like, do I really need those? And I'm like,
but it's got Nike on the cheeks though, man.
That's cool.
That's
cool.
I was thinking about them what the 4s, but if I was to get them, I would definitely do something else to them, something that I thought they should have done.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I would probably get them is
you paint one of them black.
It got quiet then, didn't it?
I was just guessing.
Yeah, you're right though.
You would have had the black cement 4s, man. Like you gotta have that shoe on there.
Yeah, but you gotta have one on. You gotta have one on black. Man.
Yeah,
you gotta have one on black.
But do you know why they didn't do that? This is my theory, and I heard somebody else say it too. Is because that you already got the black cement 4s that came out early part of this year. So why come out with that shoe again?
Because I think they're gonna do an alternate version of it later.
Probably, maybe a friends and family.
Yeah, that'd be it.
You know what I mean?
Something that they do.
Yeah, then people be wanting it. Then
that shoe could have just been done over. That shoe was poorly done. That shoe was trash.
They do a friends and family pair with both pairs all black with the same colors on it.
But like somebody said, they should have called it. They said they should have called it a top, like a top 3 or something instead of what the.
Yeah.
But what they should have did was they should have had one shoe white.
No,
mirroring the white cement 4s and the fire red 4s, and then the other shoe should have been the actual military blue with the gray toe box, the gray heel, the gray wings. They should have did that. I think it would have been a little bit better because you got both shoes pretty much white, and then you got a whole bunch of accent colors. I mean,
that for me,
what I mean?
What did it for me? That shoe is. I just think it was poorly executed, in my opinion. That shoe is nah.
I like the hang tag,
the hang tag probably about the best thing on the shoe.
I like the hang tag,
But I was listening earlier, so I feel like I had to ask this question once I finally got out of the stepson room because I felt like I was.
He was in timeout. Shoe freak.
Either the kitty table.
You had to go see the principal.
So listen. So none of y'all here has never sacrificed a bill for some sneakers. Like I'm not the only one now. Come on.
Of course.
I think everybody done that, man.
I ain't do that. Y'all
sacrifice the deal. What you mean?
No, a bill.
A bill.
Oh, no.
No, I ain't doing that.
No, I got a wife and 2 kids, bro. I got a wife and 2 kids, man. I can't do that.
When I was younger, when I was single, let me rephrase that.
Okay, yeah, that's different.
When I was single.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying today. I'm just saying in general. Not today, not last.
Let me tell you something real quick, shoe freak.
Mm-hmm.
I learned about credit at an early age. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if I ain't have credit, I wouldn't have nothing right now. So for me, I paid my bills.
Right.
I pay my bills, bro.
I
So
hear that.
I can't really say that I've sacrificed paying a bill because ever since I was say 2021, I was able to go if I wanted to go get me a car, I could run my credit and my credit will be good. So I can't say that I've sacrificed a bill. And I'm just keeping it real with you.
No, I respect that. I just heard everybody. I heard everybody say no, and I'm like, no, I ain't the only one now.
You ain't the only one, bro.
I will admit, when I was younger, when I first went to college, right? I had, they have, financial aid and everything else like that.
Come on, does that really count though?
Listen.
Does that really count? I did that, man. That can't count.
I got that financial aid check, that reinvestment check.
Yeah, man. You blew that.
You could tell me shit. I had the metallic. I'll never forget. I got the metallic 5s when they came out, and I thought I was the man. I went and got the metallic 5s. I went and got me some Air Force, some white and Carolina blue Air Force Ones with the strap. Got me a new Nokia phone and everything. I thought I was
you said Nokia.
Yeah. I had that Nokia phone, the new phone where you had Snake on it. Like,
I ain't got none of that money. I spent that financial aid money on. I ain't got nothing to show for.
Yeah,
I ain't got none of the shoes, clothes, none of that no more.
See, I went a different route when it came to school. I got Pell Grants. I didn't do no loan. So you ain't had to pay them Pell Grants back.
Yeah, that's what I had, a Pell Grant.
Yeah, I had to pay them Pell Grants.
But see, here was the thing that messed me up when you talked about credit. So I'm a freshman in college, right? And then they have these little college kids out there at the little table, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to sign up for the Citibank Platinum card?" Like, oh, Platinum card.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm sitting there, this is like 1999, 2000. So it's cash money for the 99, 2000.
Yeah.
Platinum. So it was like, yes, I would like to sign up. So I sign up, and then I get a little letter saying you've been accepted. They send a little card, and it's silver and got platinum on it and everything. I'm in the store maxing that shit out. I need new Butters. I need new Timbs. Oh, I need new Air Force Ones. Oh, credit increase.
You finna give me some more money?
You gonna get because I paid this $25 on time? Oh, okay. Bro, messed that whole shit up.
Yeah, I knew
shit up.
I didn't go to college, so I didn't have that issue, but of course before I had my actual wife and kid, I used to while I took a loan out one time for some kicks before. For some Galaxy rookies, the first ones.
How much was the loan for?
$400.
How much you pay back?
Well,
The
crazy part about it though is that I didn't even get the shoe. I didn't even get the shoe, so I just sent the money. Crazy as it sounds, I just sent all of it back.
Bruh.
As crazy as that sounds, I didn't get the shoe. It sold out so quick that I felt like, you know what, if I keep it, it's gonna probably hurt me down the line. So let me just go ahead and give it back.
I ain't gonna tell you.
I was smart.
Yeah, it was smart.
I didn't want to give it back. I just knew eventually if I don't give it back, I'm gonna prolong these payments and I'll be paying this $400 for the next 200 years.
Arteta said 300% interest on
Hey, as bad as I'm ashamed to share this story, bro, as far as credit, when I was younger, I first messed up my credit behind Fingerhut.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff for
You sound like a bird. Fingerhut.
Listen,
boy.
Fingerhut, they show you all that nice stuff in there.
You know what I mean?
You were like, oh, new Jordans, $800. Like,
that was the first thing I ever got, man, with my credit was a Fingerhut card, and I went bananas.
So and also I was listening. Y'all was asking about do you ever feel like you have enough Snickers? I think I heard somebody say something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
I know I'm not there.
I'm definitely not there because there's times when I've stopped myself and I said, okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm done. I got everything I want. I think I got everything I need. I'm good money. and then something might pop up on eBay, or something might pop on a sneaker consignment shop, and then all of a sudden, there it go again. It'd be like, oh, I need these. Okay, what I got in the savings right now? Okay, I got that in the savings. I got that in the checking. This bill is due Friday. If I pay this bill and then I split this out of my next check, I should be able. No, like,
Right.
and it be hell sometimes. Like, I'll be totally honest with you. I didn't need the bread 11s. I did not need the bread 11s. And I told everybody who asked me, nah, I'm not going for those bread 11s. I don't need those.
You sure did.
I don't want those bread 11s. The minute I got a message saying, shop drop in 10 minutes, you think I wanted it on my phone? Like,
yeah, man, it's hard, man. Like I think people outside of this culture, they would never understand. Like even some of us may not understand, but it's hard. Like you feel like, okay, I can sit back and I got, for some of us, 100+ pair of shoes, right? So for some of us smaller people, and then you see something and like the urge just takes over. Like I don't know what it is, but it's like somebody telling you have too many pair of underwear. It's almost, that's impossible.
Right.
Because you never really have too many pair of underwear. So it's like, I don't know. Like, and as strong as the urge was for me to get the Space Jam 11s that came out a few years back, I have yet to wear those 11s.
I still don't have those.
But see,
The Space Jam 11s that came out a couple years back.
I still don't have those.
hey, the worst is when you go out and you want to shoot so bad, you know what I'm saying? And then you went out and you get it in your hand. When you get home, you're looking at the shoe like, I didn't really need this.
On to the next, bro. It's like on to the next.
Yeah, like it's over with. Like you got it. It's like,
but see, that's the thing. Like, and that's what changed the game for me was online shopping. Because before, when I had to go out and get a shoe, it was heightened 10 times worse.
Absolutely.
It was heightened 10 times worse. I remember I used to sit and plan out what the plan was. I would go by and do a dry run by the store. Like, okay, let me go. Let me see. Get out of work at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Go by the store at 7 o'clock. Is there a line out here?
No. My question to everyone here: have you ever been in a situation? And I'm sure everyone here is going to be honest. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted a shoe and it looked like you was not going to get that shoe and you got that little lump in your throat like as if you was about to cry?
Yes. I will tell you a story where I damn near went off. And I think Black and Hop have heard this story before. And probably people who've watched Talking Kicks has probably heard it. When the Concourse dropped on Christmas Day back in 2011. When they dropped, it was Christmas Eve, right? I looked around for that shoe. Foot Locker. There was a Foot Locker in the city on 42nd Street near Grand Central. They were giving out tickets. I remember I drove by there. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I drive by there. I see the line. I drive to this other one near NYU. There's a line. And I'm like, yo, I'm not going to get these. I said, screw it. I'm going to drive to the store I know about in Jersey. So I drive to Jersey and I get on this line. There's maybe about 8 or 9 people on this line. And I'm like, cool. I'm good money. It's now 5 o'clock in the morning. I stand on this line. It is raining. It is like around 40 degrees. And I'm standing there for 5 hours straight, no chair, nothing to sit on, just standing. Legs is dead now.
Well, shaking.
So people standing outside. Now you got other people from other stores coming up with their pairs to the store like, hey, yo, y'all can get off this line if y'all buy your pair from me, $400. And I'm like, nah, I'm confident because in front of me are little kids. These are all small sizes. It's like, I'm good money. I'm a 13, baby. I'm good. I'm good. So then they get ready to open the doors. They're like, hey, we're gonna take people one by one. Next thing I know, I see a person who was not even online walk in the store, walk out with a pair. Police officer walk in the store, he walk out with a pair. We like, yo, what's going on? So then they start taking people in. But then they go, before we let everybody in, just letting everybody know we got 10 pairs. And I'm number 10 in line. I'm number 10 in line. I'll never forget this. These little kids walk out with men's sizes. So now here it is. There's a person in front of me, then me, and there's a guy in back of me. The person in front of me goes in, they get their pair. We got one pair left. Everybody all of a sudden just crowds around the front of the store, and they're like, who's next? And I'm like, what? So now they're all fronting like they're next, and I was next. So I'm like, no, I was next. This little old lady, I will never forget this shit. Little old Spanish lady walks up, and she's like, ay, Dios mío, ay, Dios mío. You know, she's like, her grandson, she said in Spanish, her grandson needs these sneakers. They let her in the store.
Wow.
And she picks up the last size they had. It was a size 12. Because they said we got 112 left. I was like, okay, I'll get it. And I can get it for 13.
Right.
This lady came out of nowhere, got the shoe, walked out the store, jumped in her car, whoever was waiting, and they took off.
She swooped down like a hawk on that thing.
What? And I mean, she walked in there like, she's just like, oh, ay, Dios mío, mi abuelito. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Wow.
Gets the shoes, and now they ain't got no more. I'm tight. The dude behind me is like, damn, that's fucked up, big fella. What you gonna do now? And I'm like, and I'm standing there tight because now I done been out here for 5 hours. My legs are dead. I don't have the shoe. I have nothing to show for all the work I put in. I done paid the toll to get over to Jersey. And let's be real, if you went from New York to New Jersey, it ain't cheap.
A toe?
I had to pay a toll to get over to New York.
So you was out there for 4 hours, no shoes, paid a toll, and you might have went back home with pneumonia?
Pretty much.
Oh my God.
I say I was sick. I remember I'm on the way driving. I'm like, somebody else got to have them. Then I see at 10 o'clock, NBA store has Concords. Somebody said, don't even bother. They sold out. And I'm like, shit. I'm hitting all the other stores, sold out. I drive to Flushing, hit Models. They like, we had 40 pairs. And I was like, how many people did y'all have in line? They was like about 40 people. And I'm like, gotta be kidding me. I did not get those shits. I was so
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, you just had a fucked up day, bro.
Yeah.
And it's so far beyond the shoe because, like I said, it's 40 degrees,
bruh.
It's raining. Oh, it's just too much.
Hey, that old lady was not getting in front of me, bruh. I'm sorry.
You know what was crazy about it was there's mad people in the line, right? There's mad people surrounded, and that's the shit about New York. Like when you go to a store, like they don't even like. There's some stores that do lines and they'll tell you get in line. But if you go to like 21 Mercer and all that other shit, motherfuckers don't get in line. They just get in a big circle.
Mm-hmm.
They just get in a big circle, and you're like, yo, what the fuck is y'all got going on here? And it's like a lot of them will be like, if we can't get the shoe, you not getting the shoe. We'll make sure nobody gets this shoe by fucking up this whole line. Police will come, make everybody scatter, and then we'll just wait because we have nothing to do. And that's the way it is.
Man, I was like that for Black Friday 2012 when the Black Cement Force came out. I sat in line. I think they started the line at 10 o'clock that Thanksgiving night. So I sat in my car. I think I was number 2 in line. So the store manager came. She came to the store. There's a Hibbett's too. She came And she said, "Y'all waiting on the fours, right?" We was like, "Yeah." We started asking how many pairs you got, this, that, and the third. It's cold now down here. When it gets cold, the wind blows. It gets cold. So I'm outside in my car. I didn't really want to keep my car running because I didn't want to burn my gas out. Because I stayed there, like I said, I got there like maybe 9:30, and she got there like 10. So like I said, I was second in line. So it was one dude that was in front of me. He had like some lawn chairs out there. I was like, I am not finna get out there in no lawn chairs with that hawk blowing from the north. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not doing it.
No.
So she came she came, and more people started coming behind him, and she said, well, what I'll do is, to keep y'all from sitting here waiting, I will give you tickets. That way when you come back, you'll have your place still in line. I said, cool. I go home. I got my ticket, like I said, number 2. I go home, give me a little nap. She said, just be back at 5 a.m. No problem. Set the alarm, 4:35 I'm there. Get back in line. It's a line wrapped around the building. So I was like, where the fuck am I park at? Where the fuck am I park at? So I parked where I could, and I sat there for a little while. And I said, I wish I had that lady number to where I can call and say, hey, we guarantee because we got these tickets, right? Because I had number 2, the dude had number 1, so on and so forth. 6 o'clock came because the shoe released, I think, at 7 o'clock. So 6 o'clock came. Daybreak. People started trying to form a line. So me and the dude, we was kind of like parked somewhat close to each other. Me and the dude, we walked up in front of the line. Man, don't you know that was a melee? These motherfuckers, man, what the fuck you doing, bro? Hey, look here, baby. We got these tickets now. We got these tickets, baby. Step back. You don't want none of this, cuz. You really don't want none of this.
Right.
For real, So she came back. She opened the store, opened the guardrails. She went in. She was like, well, whoever has tickets, they need to get in line first. Bruh. She said, how many pairs do you want?
Damn.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. I said, well, how many pairs do you have? She was like, I have enough for everybody outside. Now, mind you, it was probably about 50 people in line. So I was like, give me 11 and a half and a 12 and a 13.
Damn.
Yes. and you got to think, now this is when the shoe was 160. The shoe was 160 back then. So I'm going out there. I'm out of there, what, 400? Easy. Turn back around, sold both of those, and bought my pair. That was like one of the craziest, I guess you'll say, camp outs that I done had. And I really wanted that shoe.
Question.
But answer.
I'm gonna cut you off. Do y'all how y'all feel about the lawn? Do y'all honor the lawn chairs in the line? Like if you walk up to a line and it's three, like if it's 3 guys, and then it's 6 lawn chairs, and then there's 2 people behind the lawn chairs. Do y'all count those lawn chairs as people? Do y'all wait back there behind the last person?
Fuck no.
I thought it was just me.
No.
In New York, it used to be people would respect the chair that was there. That
Right.
happen no more.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I feel like, my nigga, that's a chair. It's not a human. So whoever's the last person in line, like whoever's the first person in front of a chair, I'm behind him. I don't know who this chair is for, but it's for me now. God damn it. Thank you.
I can't say I agree because I ain't gonna lie. Like when I go out there, like you said, it be cold. So it be to the point where we stay out there for like let's say we out there, we've been there since 8, 9, whatever, the night. And it starts to get about 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. At that point, we already know who's all in the front of this line and we all got to understand it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the chair might be there, but it's like a placeholder. But at the end of the day, we there all night. Now it's different when you have like, you know what I'm saying? It's only 2 people that you see with your eyes. But then again, there's 8 chairs in you know what I'm saying, in front of the store. You know what I'm saying? Where are the bodies that go in these chairs?
Yeah, and that's I've been in a lot of those situations. Like when the top 3s came out, I went downtown to a spot down there, and It was like I said, it was a couple guys in line, and then it was a lot, and then it was like 6 chairs. And as I'm looking around, nobody's never coming for these chairs.
Right.
All of a sudden, you see random people who are pulling up. They ain't getting out of a car that's parked. They pulling
Right.
up. I'm like, nah, I'm not here for that. Because first of all, it's 7 degrees outside, bro. I'm not here for that. Nah, I'm going to get right behind one of these chairs, and then, you know what I'm saying, we're going to have to go from there. As far as I'm concerned, the chair was put there for me. Look at God. Thank you. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I've seen the chair, I've seen the chair line before. There's some people that respect it. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, some guys put some chairs here, like about 4 hours ago," and I'm like, 4 hours ago, like, yeah, nah, we up here, but I've also seen people pull up with their whole crew and try to bogart a line, like when I got the LeBron Kith joints. Like, I was out there from I remember I went, checked out Kith at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The guy told me, hey, they're going to be giving out wristbands around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. You got to be here for it. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Hold up. I'm sorry. OG said he slept on the ground with a sleeping bag for an iPhone. I'm confused.
Wow.
I did not mean to cut you off, but that just caught my attention right there. I'm like, what?
But that goes back to us saying, though, it's not just sneakers that people have interventions about.
Right.
It could be like he said, the phone. It can be a Funko Pop. It could be a trading card. You know what I'm saying? It can be anything, bro.
I can't say what I want to say. I'm sorry.
What's that, Marcus? You don't want it that bad.
I don't want it that bad. I haven't camped out for anything. I've been in a line, but I never camped out for anything.
I've camped. I think the longest that I did was like about 9 hours, probably like a standard work shift.
You need to be clocking in.
He said a standard work.
No. You be clocking in. The longest I've been in line was in Baltimore when when Justin Timberlake the Super Bowl JTHs came out.
Please don't bring those up.
Bro,
you was in line in Baltimore?
I was in line in Baltimore. I was in line,
brother,
looking back on it, it wasn't that bad because we could have got 2 pair. But
which store was you at?
DTLR.
The one that
it wasn't in a good neighborhood. I know that.
You said Baltimore.
Yeah. It wasn't a good neighborhood.
You say less.
Say it, huh?
Looking back on it, we could have got 2 pair because Kiana could have got a pair, but because it was Baltimore, I made her stay in the car and leave it running just in case.
Smart man.
We had to go. We had to just because the way they had it set up, you had to the first day. I saw the alert on Twitter, and you had to go up there, get in line to get a ticket, and then you could come get the shoe the next day. It was crazy, but it wasn't.
Let me tell you. Go ahead, finish your story. I gotta tell you a story about that.
No,
OG about to get this work. Hold up.
I remember OG getting them when he went to DC and got them.
That motherfucker right there, boy. He made me sick with those because he got to the store, right? And he gets them. He gets the ticket, and they tell him, you have to show ID, you get the ticket, come back tomorrow and pick up your shoe. Well, and then I'm like, so you got it? Well, they just gave me a ticket. I don't know what this means. And I'm like, the fuck you mean you don't know what it means? It means you got the shoe. Well, they gave me a ticket. What do I ain't got the shoe in hand yet. They told me to come back tomorrow. And I'm like, OG, it means you got the shoe. Well, they said come back tomorrow. I don't know. And I wanted to choke his ass.
Yeah. They were marking it down they weren't even letting people in the store the first day. So they had a big clipboard with all the sizes on there. They was handing tickets out and scratching them off. You had to write down your name, your number, the size you wanted, and they'd mark it off on their list. So you come back the next day. That's when I figured out. I was like, dang, we could have got 2 pair of shoes. I Keanu come up here, and we could have got another cook because people was doing that. We saw it the next day.
Bro, I wish I
But
would have
people
hit
had
you up.
families. People had families. So you had a dude, you had a girl, and you had a kid. They all walk out with a pair of shoes.
5-year-old,
Damn.
5-year-old kid, size
Hey.
9, please.
That'd be the worst, though. That'd be the worst.
What was you about to say, IBA?
And I said that'd be the worst when you see the people pull up with a whole family reunion, you know what I'm saying, coming out with pairs. And you know they're not finna wear it, right?
Man, I saw somebody bring their grandmama to a store.
Facts.
That's probably the one who took my Concord.
Seriously.
You had a camp out story, IBA? I know you was about to say something.
Oh yeah, I've done that before. I mean, the last one I did was like, I got there the morning before the release. So I watched the store open, I watched it close, and I watched it reopen before I finally got my pair. You know what I'm saying? It was for the I doubled up. I had somebody out there with me, so I got the 2 black statics of the Yeezys. And I don't even, and the thing is, and get this, I don't even wear Yeezys. It was for somebody else. I turned around and sold those to people that wanted, but I gave it to them for retail, and all they did was give me a little tip. I didn't even resell it the way I could have.
Wow. You sat out there for a whole day to get your money back?
It was more than a day.
They said IBA followed the Stranger Things truck.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I can't out for that.
That's a true homie right there.
Hey,
that's a true homie right there.
We not finna. Hey, every time I see Stranger Things, I get upset. Because you know they had the little thing where you have to go look for the truck, and I found it. Actually, put it like this: I was at the location before the truck even got there, and they planted it. So it was over
scavenger hunt.
Yeah. I was there. It was about a Staples Center. So I was there. I probably got there around 2, 3, and I didn't leave there till maybe about 11, 12 the next morning.
Yeah, you a true homie, bro.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, you're a true homie, man. You're a true homie.
I'm not even gonna I had a homeboy sit in line for me one time for some pink foams for like 6 hours. I gave him a few dollars to do it, but bruh, a day and a half?
Bruh.
I don't want them that bad.
Bruh.
Hey man, what if you had the shit though?
I'll do that. I'm gonna do it for myself.
That's when the camp out's over.
I'm just saying though, you know what I mean?
If you ain't got nobody with you, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like,
a day and a half, bro.
When I camped for them Kif joints, I sat in that car I remember, what was it? I went home, I called y'all, right. I got in the car, stopped at White Castle, got something to eat, and then went back to the city and sat in front of the store. And there was a car that was sitting in front of Kif that had been there since like 4:00. And I was like, yo, there's somebody in this car. And I was just sitting right out, had parked right in front of it. And the person was sitting right behind me, windows fogged up. And I'm like, yo, somebody is in this car, either asleep or just chilling. So then it gets around midnight. And I'm like, okay, there's somebody in this car. So at least I know there's probably like 4 people in this car or 3 people in this car. At least I'm numbered 5 in line. These 2 kids walk up, they get online. So I come out the car and I stand online with them for about an hour. We sitting there talking. So I get back in the car and a couple more people come up to the line. It's now like 29 degrees outside. And Cass is free. This one kid got on like a fleece pullover, and this other kid, like, he had like this designer jacket on, but that shit wasn't keeping him warm. And I'm standing there looking at them like, yo. So me and them were talking. I was like, yo, y'all want to sit in the car? And they like, huh? And I was like, y'all niggas is cold. It's like, yo, you want to sit in the car? Homeboy said, you had White Castle before camping out.
I was thinking the same thing.
I had chicken ring sandwiches, baby. Chicken ring sandwiches. But now we sat in that car. I'll never forget this. I remember I hit up Black on the Marco. I think I hit up Hop on the Marco, and I hit up Beard and G4 and OG. And they like, yo, who in the car with you? And I was like, it was these two guys, these two kids online. They freezing. So I told them to come sit in the car. They was like, yo, be careful. We all sleep in the car. We all in the car, knocked out. I'm sleeping with one eye open, opening my eyes every 5 minutes, just making sure, like, hey, we good. And then finally, like, Camp Out gives out the wristbands for kids. He shows up like about 4 something in the morning to give out the wristbands, and I end up being number 2 in line. And the two kids that was in the car, this was what was crazy, because 2 other cars pull up. The kids that was online with me, one of them stayed close to me, and I was like, yo, my man right here was next. They was like, nah, I don't know about all that. So they bumped him to like 5. The other kid, who didn't want to even speak up for himself, got bumped to like 18.
Wow.
And he was like he should have been at least number 4. And he was like, no, it's cool. I was like, how y'all gonna bump me? He's like, no, it's cool, it's fine. And I'm like, okay, I guess he just don't want to get fucked up. I understand. Okay. So, but it was crazy. Like if when it came to it and stand out there in the lines and everything like that, like cats will really be like, hey, yo, you wasn't here, even though you were.
I mean, yeah, that's a fact. You just gotta hold your own. Like the thing about it is that you know where you were.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta hold your own. And the thing I'm thankful that I never had that issue, because probably because I'm fucking 7 feet tall, damn near. I never really have that issue. You know, because like I show up, I got my lawn chair. I might have some breakfast or something, and you know, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait. You know, and it's like at the end of the day, nobody's gonna walk up to me and tell me I wasn't here. No,
you just ain't met your match yet.
Come to New York, fam, because everybody here look like a bouncer for a club.
No. I'm not saying to say that I'm gonna be tough or bigger than everybody. Pause. I'm just saying at the end of the day, you're not gonna just tell me, oh yeah, you wasn't out here, and I'm just gonna say, oh okay, no problem.
Right.
No, facts. That's definitely not happening.
Yeah,
But I will tell you this. I've been in lines, because usually when I get in the line, I'm usually first. You know what I'm saying? Or frankly, I'm in the top 3. You know what I'm saying? So there's been times where I've taken video or I've taken pictures of me of where I'm at. Just, you know, because I'm the type of person, I'll show it on Instagram. So I'll show like, look, I'm number 1 in line. I'll take a picture. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I said. So I do stuff like that. So it's like I could prove it. You know what I mean? And usually you could tell the first 5 or 6 people in line just by that picture. Mm-hmm. And I've had to pull it out before, and it's actually worked. So you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to do that.
I got only one camp out story. I used to run a retail store that sold shoes, so I never really had to camp out. But when Jordan came out with his lifestyle, the closest place that had those altitude 13s was New Orleans. They had them, Foot Action on Canal Street. Now, me networking, I called the store. And I kind of knew the manager, and I was like, hey, bro, I'm coming up. I need to get those shoes. You think you can look out for me? He's like, yeah, man, I got you. So me and one of my other employees, we rode up there we left around like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So we got up there about 2-ish, 2:30. And so we on Bourbon Street because we could see the store from Bourbon Street. Walked around Bourbon Street. We started seeing people line up around like 4:30. So we went up there in line. More people started coming. And we in New Orleans. It was 3 of us. So we just in there chilling, man. And one dude was like, if I don't get, I said, I don't care what size it is. I'm getting me a pair of these. They better have my size when we get in there. So I'm getting me a pair somehow, some way. And everybody was like, man, the line was tripping pretty much. So when they came in there, they opened up the gate. Everybody, I'm talking about, it's like a small entrance. It's like a glass front store. Mm-hmm. And it's like a small entrance, and everybody's packed up in there. I mean, everybody. As soon as they opened that thing, people just started running. knocking over racks to the front of the store. And the manager was right there at the door, and I'm running, yelling at him. I'm like, hey, this is such and such from Pensacola. He's like, oh, yeah, you good, man? So I just hung out and just waited. Yeah, I let everybody do that. And I got to the back of the line. And it was so crazy, man, that they had to let us out through the back door because we parked right around on the side. And they let us out through the back door, and we went straight to the car and came back. But that I said that's probably my first and last time ever going through that, man.
I mean,
especially
you
in New
know
Orleans.
what? I can clearly see why that would be your last time.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a
Hey,
lot.
New Orleans is just like Baltimore, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like Baltimore, bro.
Yeah.
And it was just us three. Just us three.
First of all, I left work. Because the Flight 23 in Baltimore was releasing the the flu game 12 like a week or 2 weeks early. And I work in DC. So I got off work and we hit it all the way to Baltimore. I get to Baltimore and they tell me after I waited in line for like 30 minutes, maybe about an hour, I was talking to some guys who was already there. It was like, the manager said y'all can't buy no more shoes. I said, what the fuck you mean, y'all? I didn't buy anything. He was like, well, yeah, you was with those guys. They already bought shoes. So the manager, I said, look, I don't know them. I don't know them. All the way from DC. Bro, I'm telling you, I called my supervisor. I'm like, look, tell this man I just left work. Like, bro, they wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. They was like, look, you can come back next week when they. I said, bro, I'm not coming. I live in DC, bro. I'm not driving. Right. I said, first of all, I don't even want to be here. Baltimore, I don't want to be here. I said, you know what? I got, and I wound up getting them off the sneakers out. But I'm like, this is crazy. They said, you talking to people who was already in the store. God damn it, you with them.
Right.
I can tell you one that I had. I ain't do too many campouts, man. 2015, I think it was May 2015. Chicago Ones came out first time, and all right, I get a call from one of my partners. He was like, "Hey man, you want those Chicago Ones? They just got their stock in. City Gear just got their stock in, but they ain't let nobody know. So it's first come, first serve." I said, "What time I need to be there?" He said, "Be there at 6. Cool. Saturday morning gets here. I me something to put on, get in the car, go. I get there, it was 3 people in line. This was like 5:45, it was 3 people in line. So I stand in line. One of the guys I knew because he worked at Finish Line. So I sit there, chopped it up with him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We were sitting there talking. And I said, "Do you know how many pairs they got?" He was like, "I don't know, but this is the only one that nobody knows about it." We stand in line, like I said, I'm number 4 now. So store opens at 7, go in, they get their pairs, they come out. I seen people come out with just 1 pair. So I go in. I said, "Y'all got 11 and a half?" "Yes." I said, "How many pairs you got and what size?" So she started naming off the size. All of them was back behind the counter. So she had 2 11s, a 9 and a half, a 10, and a 10 and a half. I got my 11 and a half. I'm cool. She didn't give me my receipt. I was like, "I need my receipt. I need my receipt." She was like, "Well, if you want to come back when the store opens, I can give you a receipt." I said, "Cool." So I go home and I started thinking about it. I was like, wait. It wasn't nobody behind me. Nobody don't know they there. I was like, shit. So I called back up to the store. I said, "Hey, you got the receipt ready?" She was like, "Yes, we got the receipt ready." I said, Cool. I said, "How many pairs y'all got left?" "Oh, we still got them." "I'll be there in a minute." Went right back up there. I said, I called one of my partners. He came, I'm talking about maybe 2 minutes after I got there, he came. I called another of my partners. He came up there and got, it's like all the pairs that she had left, we got them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That same day, this is no bullshit. That same day, I bought a size 11. I kept my 11 and a half and I bought a size 11. That same day, I sold them for $520.
Damn.
That same day. 160 to 520.
Right.
That was like one of the to me that was crazy because that was a shoe everybody wanted, and that had some great ass leather on it. Great leather. But nobody didn't knew about that one because all the stores in the mall, they had people lined up, all this and that. But nobody knew about the City Gear outside. See, we got two City Gears here. We got one that sits outside the mall, in the strip mall, and we got one that sits in the mall. Well, everybody likes to go in the mall. I don't like going in the mall. I go to that City Gear outside that mall, or that Hibbies that nobody don't know that's in that duck off spot.
Right.
I go to them spots right there. That way, if I need something, I go get it. Case in point, 2013. No, it's 2012.
Hey, fellas, I'm about to get up out of here, fellas.
All right, man.
bro.
Appreciate you coming through, man.
No doubt.
Appreciate you, bro.
No doubt.
2012, the Obsidian 12s came out. I'm standing in line. I'm supposed to be at my granny's funeral.
You bro.
I'm supposed to be at my granny's funeral.
You need an intervention.
But look. Now hold on. Look. What it is now? I got there.
Wait. Let me, see, now I got to talk to you like the therapist. Black, how are you today, Black? So you were supposed to be at your grandmother's funeral, and
You didn't
tell
let
us,
me explain.
tell us what happened, Black.
Okay. I get there. It was 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
It was 5 people in line. I said, I got my granny's funeral don't start till 11.
Granny's funeral doesn't start till 11. Keep going.
I'm still in line. They was wondering why I was sharp as a tack. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have on, did you have on the suit? Did you have on the suit black?
At least he prepared. He prepared for it.
Hey, I was prepared, man. You know
prepared.
what I'm saying? I ain't want to go back home and put my clothes on, man.
Okay.
I stand in line. I'm like number 5 or number 6, something like that. I go in and get my size. Well, I couldn't get my size because they had like one size 11 and a half.
Okay.
So I ended up getting the 12. Got the 12. Okay, let's go. I made my granny's funeral in time. I made it in time.
Mr. Black, did you go there with the bag?
It was in the trunk.
I was gonna say, did you put it in the trunk?
It was secured in the trunk. Hey, it was hot that day too. It was middle of June.
What was the degrees that day, Black?
The who?
The degrees.
Temperature.
The temperature of the day.
Maybe 101 heat
Wow.
Oh, so you're out there in a black suit.
No. What my granny wanted us to do, she wanted us to wear all white.
Oh, okay. So you're dressed like a member of 112. Going to a funeral. Sneaker line. First thing, Mr. Black, we'd like to say thank you for admitting that you have a problem.
Hey,
because you have a fucking problem.
I came here for this. This is what this
You've been
is
holding
for.
on to that story for a long time.
Yes, I have. I feel relieved now.
Do you feel relieved
now? Yes, I do.
I think you got the top story for tonight, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, that's got to be.
You got it, bro.
But unfortunately, Black, that is going to have you earn a place going to hell in a handbasket. Bruh. My man said he went to pick up the shoes before his grandmother's funeral. I can't.
Shoes
see
on your
see the things.
Bruh.
What the shoes do to you, bro?
A relationship with this
Bro.
man? It's like,
Yeah,
Was you
I
close?
did, man.
You was close to Granny.
Yes, I was. Hey, this was my granny's thing. This was her thing. She was like, don't let me put this black hammer on you. That was her thing. You know, I was close to my granny, man.
Well, when you meet at the upper room, she gonna hit you with that black hammer, my nigga. You done told that shit, Granny gonna be like, you dirty motherfucker. Late for my goddamn funeral, so you can pick up your Jordans.
Hey, but even though I hear this story, I can't say I probably wouldn't have did the same thing, bro. So
I would have did.
I ain't mad at you,
I
bro.
don't need no
You made it. You made it in time.
I did make it in time, man. You know, I did make it in time. I was one of the pallbearers too. So hey.
And you was a pallbearer?
Yes, sir.
Bruh.
That was Granny, man. I was right by Granny.
Bruh, but if you'd have been late, I'd have been mad as hell. Now I got to do double the work on this side.
Hey, she might have popped out the casket on my head.
Well,
Dirty motherfucker.
Yeah, for real.
Being late, and somebody asked you why you were late, would you tell the truth?
Man, I lie my ass off.
I got
I'm not gonna tell the truth.
I got a flat, and I had to change it in the all white
Man.
trim. That's what you did.
You ain't dirty. You ain't dirty.
Hey, I don't know if I'd have left any shoe in no 100-degree heat in the trunk though.
Nah, it didn't stay in that long though. It didn't stay in that long.
you left
black them one after the funeral, like
soul separation.
Oh man,
that is crazy.
That was it right there. That was it. I think on that note, I think we need to close this down for the evening.
Yep, shut it down.
Oh,
well,
man.
hell, y'all go ahead and shout your stuff out. We're gonna start with Mr. IBA.
What's up, man? You already know it's your boy IBA. You can find me on Instagram, and you also can find me on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So just stay tuned. We also will be participating in the sneaker battle this weekend, so don't miss out on that. It's me against Cadillac, which we're gonna see what happens. You know what I mean? But
who y'all got? Yeah. Who y'all got? Which one? Who y'all got? Come on, Hop. Who you got?
Right, quick. You know, Caddy's my brother, man. I gotta roll with my brother, man. No disrespect, IBA. I got a lot of respect for you, brother.
No, it's all good. I got Caddy too. So that's two for Caddy.
But you said that last time with Mr. Jones, though. You said that last time, though.
Hey,
you think you slick, brother?
That motherfucker gonna pull out some goddamn D Brown Nikes or something we ain't never seen before.
Hey, I ain't got nothing. This back here is wallpaper. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that ain't no green screen. Come on, bro. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. No green screen.
But yeah, man, thanks for having me on, though, bro.
Oh no,
we appreciate you pulling up, man.
Pulling up, man.
No doubt, for sure.
Gotta do it. Go ahead, Marcus.
All right, what's up? It's Marcus of the Soulmates, Marcus and Kiana. I know it's been a lot of confusion lately. I've been getting a lot of DMs about their name, but you know what it is. But appreciate y'all having me in this live, man. It was fun. Everybody in the chat, y'all can follow us on YouTube, Instagram. I hope everybody enjoys their Thanksgiving next week. Yeah, man. See y'all later.
Appreciate you for pulling up, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. And y'all are the only soulmates that I know.
Exactly.
Facts.
Exactly.
DMs, man.
Exactly.
It's not that big of a deal to me. I don't care that much. So it's like I just keep getting DMs. It's like that's not me. That's why I put our names at the end of it.
Right.
So people know it's
right. All right, go ahead, Katie.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Cadillac Jackson. 1/3 of the Talking Kicks. You can find us at the Talking Kicks podcast on YouTube and Talking Kicks on our IG page. You can find me at Cadillac Jackson on YouTube and Cadillac_Jackson on IG. And like IBA said, look out for both of us this Saturday at 8 o'clock on E-Money Shoes channel for the Who Has the Heat second round battle. Is going to be probably one of the best battles of this tournament. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. We definitely got a good time,
man. That's what it's about.
Black Hop, appreciate y'all for having me on. IBA, you already know what it is, bro. Much respect.
No doubt.
Go ahead,
Hop Dog 18. Like I said, you can find me when me and Black we go live. We're gonna be starting up this retro talk forum. Who knows when we come back, but we'll definitely let you guys know. We appreciate all you guys pulling up. Thank you to everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all for coming in and showing us love. Really, really appreciate y'all. Caddy, appreciate you, man, and the Talking Kicks crew, man. IBA, man, appreciate you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. I love the positivity, bro. You know what I'm saying? Caddy, you know what it is with you and Talking Kicks, man. People's Podcast, man. We really appreciate y'all. Black man,
Sure.
appreciate you, man, and you know, I
We
appreciate.
appreciate you.
I
We
appreciate you. I appreciate you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. First, I would like to say, man, just appreciate the chat for pulling up, being interactive with us. Appreciate you, IBA, for pulling up, man. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, my G. All the way from the West Coast.
You already know.
Is it the best coast? Appreciate you, man. I am gonna be watching that battle, and it's gonna be a tough battle with two of the homies, man. But I know it's gonna be a fun field, and I know y'all gonna show up and show out. I know this for a fact. I know y'all gonna show up and show out for a fact.
I already know y'all got good Wi-Fi, so that's happening.
Exactly. Caddy, you know you the bro. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Anytime, man. We call your name, you there. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Talking kicks, those are bros. It is what it is.
You know when y'all doing another show, Caddy?
We will probably be doing our next show in December. Early December. We're getting the dates together. So definitely be before Christmas. It's gonna be a banger of a show. You know how we do in the chat. We always have a good time. Get your drinks ready.
Oh yeah.
So, because we always have a good time, and we always try to have fun with the people. So definitely look out for us. First early 2 weeks of this first 2 weeks of December.
Got you.
What up, Buck? I appreciate you stopping through, bro.
Facts. But yeah, man, like I said, we'll probably be trying to go on like every Thursday at 7:30.
That she was bad, man.
Like I said, we're gonna be showing up like every Thursday, man. So y'all just be on the lookout for us, just talking about nothing but 80s and 90s nostalgia, whether it's from sneakers, TV shows, movies, clothing, rap. It don't matter, man. That's what we're talking about. And if you want to pull up in the live chat with us, man, you're more than welcome. With that being said, man, I appreciate all the guys that came on. Shoe Freak, Marcus from the Soulmates, IBA, Mr. Cadillac Jackson, my co-host Hot Dog 18, and me. I am your boy, Black Ass African. You can find me on IG at Black_AZZ_African. Same name on YouTube. With that being said, man, I appreciate you guys. And on to the next. We'll see you then. Peace.
Shut it down already.
I'm trying.